Hello everyone, we got our first small teaser for update 2.9 and it's not what I expected, but it's not too bad either. We have quite a few things to talk about on the teaser that they shared. They will also release a small trailer tomorrow, so I'll make another video tomorrow as well analyzing all that you have potentially missed from the trailer. So here is the time zones and that the server will open for 2.9. It depends where you are in the world, could be 27 or 28th of August. Then we have the teaser itself. The teaser has this illustration. They also changed the Nikki icon, like the arrow, but I can't really make out the details. Like they released a very low quality version this time, but it essentially looks just like a forest. So I'm not gonna share here, but if you head over to any of their socials, you can see their profile picture has a little forest on the arrow. We have the following kind of like poem of sorts written there. Mushroom ring, round and round beneath the trees. Deep in Elderwood Forest, Shroomsaras join hands in a circle. The tree hollow hears their dumb, timid unease. The camp flag billows in the breeze, tender as a budding leaf. Flowers once hidden in the dark, besides tents and campfires, along leaf vines crossed by snails, within the patterns of petals, slowly rediscover the courage to bloom. As night recedes, the fairy ring's gift lives on, quietly awaiting the next season of bloom. So it's kind of similar to 1.6 and 2.4. It seems to have a fairy tale kind of theme. We have mentioned to fairy ring, which is really cool, and you can see that all of the tiny little shrooms here are together. So we have Shroomsaras and Shroomlings, and I'm guessing we're gonna have the blue shrooms as well, all together making a little ring, like almost like a little fairy ring together here. We have mentions to a camp, so we're basically going to a summer camp is what I'm understanding from this. It has like summer holidays vibes for this update overall, the theme. Of course, the outfit doesn't necessarily correlate with the story that is shared, but I think that this is telling us about this story. So it's probably gonna be very fairy tale, and it's definitely gonna be focused around the shrooms, which you guys already know my opinion on this. We talked about this yesterday with the other video that I posted already, but it's a missed opportunity. I do hope that they develop more other characters like Wilhelm and Ingrid backstories in the future, even if it's not now, but someday at least, just to connect with everything else that is going on. But my guess for this here is that the Shroomsaras just met the Shroomlings, and the Shroomsaras are now going to leave Heaven's Reach to visit Elderwood Forest, and we are going with them, I guess, to accompany them. Maybe Wilhelm will go with them as well. I don't know, full copium, but anyways, I'm guessing we are going on a little summer camp this update, and it's probably gonna be a very quick update as well. I imagine like 20-22 days maximum probably. So we are going back to Elderwood Forest. We are going to have this fairy tale kind of inspired story. There are many elements that we're gonna analyze right now, and we'll talk about everything that I noticed on the visuals here, but in terms of text, that's the vibe that I'm getting here. Then we have the smaller elements. So first, this illustration kind of looks like music notes on the background there, like not the notes, but like the, like the music papers lines. It kind of reminds me of that, which could correlate to Sunless Dawn update as well. We also have these two here. So again, the little shrooms doing a fairy ring, and also this Essling cooking barbecue, which is kind of crazy. I hope that we at least get barbecue from Momo this time, since it's a summer camp. Momo deserves some barbecue. It would be nice if we get a recipe to cook barbecue for Momo as well. And this reminds me, I separated this image because it reminds me of 2.4, the fairy tale update with She's Wildfire banner, because all of the fairy tale characters are represented by little Esslings like that. So I think these two elements kind of remind me of fairy tale vibes again. Then we have the mentions to the campsite, and we do have a Dreamland Showcase furniture set that is for a campsite. And the description is step into the forest at dawn. Let inspiration sparked by life itself turn nature's melodies into poetry. And I felt like this connected so well with this teaser. We have a mention to potentially music, poetry, and forest, dawn, and camping. Like it's just kind of perfect. So because we have these two items here on the teaser, I'm pretty confident that yes, we are going to get our Itzaland building ability. The last node is finally going to be unlocked in this next update, and we're probably going to be building a area in the Elderwood Forest for the Shroomsaras and the Shroomlings to have fun together, like a little camping site. So pretty sure that's the last node that we're gonna get there, and the good news is that we may get some nice fun campsite related furniture for our home as well, which is really good. Then we have, of course, the most interesting part of the teaser, which is the potential 5-star outfit silhouettes coming out from this hollow tree, properly like a fairy, really, like very fairy tale again, very magical and whimsical. And we also have this cog bud abandoned and overgrown, which is interesting because they were from Heaven's Reach. So why do we have, like, are we finding these ruins of some of these mechs abandoned in Elderwood Forest that we never really found before? It's interesting that has this element here on the teaser. I'm very curious as to how this is gonna connect with the Summer Shroomsera campsite. I also put here an image of the types of cogbots that we have. So these two here on the left are the new models after they, you know, no spoilers for the story, but like after they do certain things on the city, they develop 2 new models. And this one on the right side is the old model. So that's why it looks visually different. And we can clearly tell here on this teaser that this is the old model. So I'm guessing we're gonna find some abandoned mechs in this place that we are going to, which is really cool. I hope we get some for decorating our home island. I'm guessing, like, if you like to decorate home island, this update may be kind of exciting. In terms of story, maybe not so much, like for a lore player. I'm both, so I'm conflicted. I feel like I'm gonna like it, but it's also gonna feel like a kind of like a filler to me, kind of. I also put some references here from Studio Ghibli and Overwatch, because this is the vibe that I'm getting, you know, like I think it's gonna be an abandoned, overgrown bot, and I really hope we can get that to decorate our home island. That would be really cool. But I found interesting, like it contrasts with everything else on this teaser. Anyways, moving forward, let's talk about the outfit and potential reruns, of course. So this is the silhouette of the 5-star outfit. This is how they always do. It could be the full star, could, but they always tease the silhouette of the 5-star. So I don't see them breaking that pattern right now. So let's assume that this is in fact the 5-star. It's really interesting because we can see it's very kind of like cottagecore. I'm gonna draw on top like I always do, okay? Initially, I thought this was a witch hat. I'm so silly. I thought this was a witch hat when I first saw it, but I think it's quite clear that it's not. It could be a bow, like a massive bow, maybe, right? I think it could be a massive bow on her hair, and also this here, right? This is her hair, and then this is her face, you know, something like that. And it could be a massive bow, which would be quite odd. I don't know. It reminds me of Crimson Rhapsody, so I really hope it's not a bow. What I'm hoping it is animal ears. After all, we're going to the forest, and we don't have many animal-inspired outfits this year. So it could be cat or fox or wolf ears, perhaps. Maybe because it's like a summer camp and has like some fireflies and some glowy bits, it could be maybe a night glow wolf inspired outfit, maybe. I put here some of the animals I was thinking about. They could do like Elderwood Forest inspired. They could like not do an Elderwood Forest animal and just go with like a random fox or whatever. Could be down fox related as well, since they're going full fairy tale here, it doesn't matter. But I'm hoping it's like an animal ear instead, because for a giant bow to release again, like again, it just doesn't have much to do with its land as usual, but it could be a gigantic bow, you know, it could be. They just love the fairy tale stuff. Then this could be like a, you know, little pigtails or something like that. And then we have a very puffy sleeve, which looks quite nice, at least on the silhouette here. And we have a what looks like a bow gown or a very puffy skirt, right? It's a very puffy, I think it's a short skirt actually. And she has like some details here, and I think this is her leg, right? I think this is the dress. It's very puffy, doesn't look very different than the usual, you know, like, but at this point, I guess we all already expect it. So I think I went to the Shiny Nikki and Love Nikki outfits, and I think I found some similar vibes. They could go full fairy tale again, which could be a little weird because we already had She's Wildfire in 2.4, but again, they love repeating themselves with the themes that sell well. So it could be just like a full woodland fairy tale kind of vibe for this outfit, full of layers, full of bows, you know, very pastel colors. Maybe she has like a gigantic bow here. Maybe it's more like Alice in Wonderland inspired, maybe something like that. Many, you know, lace, puffy sleeves and all of that. Or we could have something that I find almost perfect. I'm really manifesting this. I feel like this outfit would be perfect to come back to Infinite Nikki. It has cat ears and cat tail, so it's kind of like an animal inspired outfit, and it has everything to do with the forest. It's called Woodland Whispers, and it's from Love Nikki, and it's about a fairy tale as well. So she has here these ears. She also has the pigtails, which are two little braids, and I felt like this kind of looked like the silhouette a little bit. So let me put it here. You see, it kind of reminds me of the silhouette, even though though it doesn't have the puffy sleeves, but it could. And again, the dress is full of layers and lace, and it could have many bows as well. With these lotus or gigantic leaves here, it makes it look very fresh, a very foresty outfit. I love the little mouse, by the way. They're so cute, unrelated, but so adorable. And I'm hoping that maybe we get an outfit like that. I think this is a good candidate. Another reason why I think this is a good candidate is that the category of the next winner should be fresh. Okay, it should be. Do they necessarily follow a pattern here? No, they do not. As you can see here, we spent many months without a singular fresh outfit. Are they really gonna do this again? So I think that right now we had an elegant like 2 updates ago, and then we have elegant again in 2.8, which is already a massive repetition. I find really suspicious that they would repeat sweet outfit again. So 2.7 was already sweet. Are they really gonna do a sweet again? I find that really strange, you know? So I'm hoping that this next outfit is fresh, which would make sense with something like that, for example. That does look quite fresh. And if the next banner is fresh, that means the next rerun has to be Stardust Flare. Okay, it is time. Like, let her out of the basement. This is getting crazy. She's from update 1.2. She needs to rerun at this point. I don't even plan to pull for her, but like, she needs a rerun urgently. You know, she's been abandoned for too long. And if the main banner is fresh, then there is a higher chance that it will be Stardust Flare and not Tide of Tears or Snowy Ballad, like a lot of people are thinking. Really hope that's what they're gonna do, because this is crazy. And I also think that Pastoral Dance is a high candidate for a full star, you know, rerun as well. The other full star could be anything, but I feel like Pastoral Dance is almost guaranteed at this point because it fits the update theme perfectly. And also it's from update 1.4, so it's already long due, you know, overdue. And she's bringing the staff handheld, which I'm very excited for. I can't wait to be able to dye that staff and use in every single outfit that I have. And yeah, this is what I'm kind of like, this is a mix of fury, guesswork, but also a mix with desires here, like personal wishes. I really hope that this is what they are going for, and we are getting like an Aniimo inspired fresh outfit and also Stardust Flare with Pastoral Dance. What do you think? Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all of the members and patrons who support the channel and make these videos possible, and see you on the next one.
Ryan Little.